Hey guys, welcome to my world of random PvP. This is what I made with me and my friends. So this is a spawn. This is not my work. This is my friend's work. So you see, this is the parkour. Oh, and I failed. So here we have this middle island. On this middle island you have the parkour as you saw. This is a table. This is Jenny, and you can date with her. Hey Jenny. Oh, I broke something. Hey Jenny, how you doing? Commit suicide. Oh, it's something from Jenny. So on this island, you have a little extra things you can do. So now I can set time to night and today again. So let's go and look at the PvP arena. So I got some stuff, and I got set to adventure mode. So now there's nobody else online, so I can't really do anything other than kill this dummy. So yeah, it's pretty boring alone, but when you are with multiple players it can be fun. So let's go back. And now let's go to chicken shooter. So you see, I'm pretty bad at this. Let's just go back. And then there's also this cleave, which you can also just only do with multiple players. So let's just go back. So that was this island. So now let's take a look at this island. So here's the credits. So you see a lot of credits. Okay, so now let's look on this island. There's also a wind charge shooting range, which isn't really used, but I guess. But this is pretty easy because wind charges go straight. Yeah, I hit it. I want to turn it off. Yes. So yeah, that's the credits. I mean, the shooting range. So now let's look at this. Here we can select teams. As you see now, I'm in cyan. Now I can go in spectator. Now I can go in lime, in red, and yellow. And on this side there's also more teams, cyan, pink, and blue. But let's just stay in yellow. So now let's look at something I made, which is the map selection. So here you see a miniature version of different maps, and then you can cycle through them. So this is another map. And say I wanna play this on the other map, I can press this button and now I go to the team lobby. And so because I'm yellow, I'm going in the yellow team lobby. So now I can enchant my stuff and make my inventory ready. I got random items. This randomizer isn't made by me. So then I can type /trigger ready to, and now I am here in the underwater map. So you see, this is the underwater map. So let's now go back and creative mode. Okay, so this was spawn. So now let's go and take a look at the different maps. Okay, so the first map is an ice map. So you see, here you can do some boat stuff, and here are the starting spots. And there's also tunnels, and this area where everyone has a boat for them. So yeah, it's a pretty cool map. So let's take a look at the next map. So this is the ocean map I just went to. So you see red starting spot, cyan, that's green, I think. Yep, it's green. And then yellow, blue and pink are down here. I'm not gonna try to search for them. I think this is pink. That's yellow. And blue is also somewhere there. So yeah, pretty cool map. Now let's go to a slime map. So this map isn't big, but it's vertically very big, as you see. And there's also this beehive for some reason, made out of blocks, but it looks nice. So you see there's a lot of slime platforms here. So the starting spots are around this mountain. And let's see, green is in this tree, and cyan is there. Pink is right there. And the other starting spots are similar. So let's now take a look at the first map, which I mostly made, which is a plains village. So you see, this is the village, and there's village houses for everyone. This is blue, and blue has a secret, a shulker box here, which leads through to this underwater part. So, and there's yellow's house, pink's house, and cyan's house. The other starting spots are red here, with right here inside the mountain, and you can go up like this. And then green is in this hole. So let's move on to the next map. So this one's similar, or I also made it. So here we have red starting spot and cyan starting spot in the village, and then in the mangrove swamp there is green somewhere. Wait, where is green? Oh yeah, right here. Then there's yellow here, and blue and pink are a bit hidden. So pink, yep. pink is right here. And blue is the most hidden starting spot. Right here. So now let's take a look at the jungle map. So the starting spots here all have this kind of shape, except for Cyan, which is roofed. And it's just yeah, jungle. Now let's go to a lush cave map. I also made this one, but it's very hard to navigate, so I think I'm gonna give the players glowing. I don't even know where the starting spots are. But yeah. I'm also gonna give the players night vision. So now let's take a look at the mineshaft map, which now we're on top. But let's just go in spectator to see the inside. So you see this is the inside. Here's blue, here's green, behind this gravel is red, and then here's a hallway. This is a dead end, and this goes down. So you see here's pink, and here's yellow. So yeah, this map is pretty cool. So now let's take a look at one of the bigger maps, which is a cliffside map. There's a lot of work put into this. I did a bit of it, but definitely not most of it. So yeah, there's a lot to see here. So here's a Buddha elephant, a Buddha monkey, a Buddha rabbit, and a Buddha phoenix. So everyone has a big tower like this. And there's also parkour stuff to get between the towers. So you see there's a lot of parkour. There are also some occasional slime jumps. So yeah, there's a lot more to say here. Yeah, there's also those soul sand pillars. So you can see you could go up in this pillar, because as green you spawn down there, so it's not easy to get up. Oh, the fur piston. So yeah, this map really got a lot of work put into it. So I love this map. Okay, so now let's look at a jungle island map, which I also made. And most of my maps are pretty small, which is just a thing I normally found, with some starting spots added to it. But my last map, you can see it right there. I'm still working on it, and it's definitely not done yet, but it does have really a lot. So this is Cyan's starting spot. So Cyan here has tunnels to the mainland because they spawn in the sea. Yellow starts. Oh wait, this is red somewhere. Yep, red is here. Here's blue in the water, and yellow right here. Green is in this tree, right? You see right here. And then pink is right on this small island. So now let's take a look at the horse map, which is also desert and mangrove, but this had a bit more work on it. So this is science starting spots. The starting spots here are a bit bigger. So Cyan has this tower to get this jungle, this tree, and then they can drop in this water. So now let's take a look at blue. So blue can go underground. And then they have a secret passage here. So yeah, there's also a lot of secrets on this map. And pink is right there. Red doesn't really have a secret. Pink does have a secret, which I'll show to you. It also has something down below. So they can get from their starting spot to displace their horse, which everyone has, and they can spawn horses for them there. So then there's green right here, who also doesn't really have a secret. It's just a castle on the corner of the map. So this is Weirdek's work in progress map. Weirdek is a player who is very good at building. He also helped with this map. So let's take a look. Oh, this is a lot better than since last time I looked. So you see every team has a castle here. And then the castles were already there, but look at those houses. Yeah, Weirdek is definitely the best builder here. Oh, there's water here. So yeah, I have looked once at it, but those houses weren't there yet. Oh, that's this house. Yet some jokes from us friends that only us will understand. Except for this, which is a reference to 6-7. 6-7. This one has a basement. So yeah, there's a lot to see here. Weirdek is definitely doing good. So let's take a look. Wait, what is this? Oh, this is a dropper. Wait. I don't know why there's a dropper here, but that's okay. Oh, this is another house. So yeah, there's really a lot on this map. Okay, so now let's take a look at the final map, which I'm working on. This is the main map I'm working on right now. So the idea of this map is the nether is down below, then above is the overworld, and all the way up there is the end. So here we have a basalt delta with a river, and this river kind of spirals around it, and here is a peak which lets you into the overworld. More on that later. This is a crimson forest with a special tree which heals you. And this is here is a bastion, and I can go in right here, and then I can come out right here in the warped forest. So yeah, this is a warped forest, and then here is a warped grassland which I invented, but it looked quite cool. And there's also another secret entrance to the bastion, which is right here. So you see now I'm in another part of the bastion. It's dark. Yeah, so here is blue starting spot. Let's just place the glowstone in here because it's really dark there. So here we have the main room, which has a gold pile, which also heals you. And then you can get into the warped forest right here. So when you're on this bastion, you can parkour up those crimson trees, yeah, that's how they're called. And go to those weeping vines. Yep, right here. So you see I made a parkour, which is impossible, but you see there's a command block right here, but it should give you absorption, but it got destroyed with making the overworld. So I'm gonna fix that soon. Right, I just need to put a pressure plate right here, and then it'll be fixed. So yeah, you see if I go into survival mode, so you see now I get absorption. I'm gonna make this netherrack later, don't worry. So here is the Soul Sand Valley, which is just an open area where players are So this is just an open area where players are slowed down, and there's also skeletons. And this one has a dried cast. So yeah, there's nothing really to see here. Right, there's also those tunnels. So this is the main tunnel, but then there's this side tunnel. I can't see anything here, but let's go into spectator mode. So yeah, this tunnel leads to the Soul Sand Valley. So yeah, here we have a fortress. So you see there's windows in here, and there's also another workplace in here. Yeah, there's also red spawn point right here. So now let's go to the overworld, which has one way to go there. Let's just parkour like you're supposed to. So you're in the Crimson Forest, and then you can parkour up these basalt deltas. Yep, right here. So it's really hard to do this. No, it's not hard, but it's like a struggle. We're almost there. So now we're in the overworld, we're in the ravine. So I'm really working on the overworld of this map. So you see it's definitely not finished yet. I'm just building the jungle. So yeah, this is everything. So yeah, this is everything there is now. This is almost finished, and the commands are also almost finished. So yeah, we will soon be able to play it. So if you're interested in this, consider subscribing, it helps me a lot. So, and as always, thanks for watching.